What's going on, everybody? It's official word here. I'm back with another video using Fireball Rocket Balloons in Legend League. Today we're actually switching up the army composition a little bit, adding these two druids, as you can see. Yeah, I've been talking to my buddy there, Dark, just about this army, and kind of been messing around with these comps, and we're thinking with using this clone, it can really help keep those clones alive using the druids, because sometimes they can't get much value without the healer puppet and just using the giant. So that's the thought process. I've done 4 hits today. I had a big fail here on this one, going for all the glory and getting none of it, but I'll take you through some of these 4 attacks I've done today. So yeah, prime base on this one, obviously hitting like this rage tower would get you everything in the compartment, but you can't be too greedy sometimes. So usually I come in from this bottom side also, but because of that, I wanted to come in from the top side. It's a little further from the clan castle, which is what you're technically supposed to do, because then you can drop cocoa loons without pulling. So I wanted to try that out. It was also my first attack with this new kind of style of army comp. So I get the jelly to pop right around this expo. Okay, into the sweeper. Yeah. So I freeze the queen, wasn't sure how I was going to deal with her, so she goes down. I'm kind of lining up right here. Just an invis onto these 4 defenses I think I can grab. Yeah, beautiful invis right there, and then I picked off these. And then last second I was like, I thought he was going to go to the builder hut, so just to be safe I invis fireball just under this gear tower. And yeah, it's going to get most of the compartment, but I don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of spells or just a ridiculous amount of risk of missing. So yeah, right here, just I'm like seeing my warden going up, and I actually know he can kind of 1v1 all these defenses. He'll get the clan castle, or the town hall, so I'm really happy with that. This isn't a great path for your Sui, because like this, my king's getting picked off by the monolith. And then yeah, right here I actually send in a druid to try and go help out with the king. They usually both hang at the queen, so yeah, I mean, right here you can see them raged up, keeping my queen alive. Obviously, my warden's just chilling up here. But yeah, look at these druids. Like, they're just keeping my queen topped up all the time. And yeah, sending the RC, just kind of we're spamming through this one with everything, just cleaning it up quickly and moving on to the next. So yeah, that's how we triple through these. There's the triple. We hop into our second one of the day. And a lot of people are kind of running those super tight bases just with invis or rage compartments. But yeah, this one not so much. But once again, you see this builder hut will hit this clan castle. I thought maybe the monolith and this. So I came down to the bottom side. It didn't end up hitting either. But yeah, regardless, getting these kind of 3 buildings are no problem. So I was trying to decide where to drop my warden exactly, because I wanted to put my healers, but I couldn't put them here. So I actually dropped him here. And got my healers just way away, because I needed to take down that cannon early, otherwise it's going to do so much damage. Had to stay out of the range of this fire spitter, otherwise what's the point of taking it down if I'm kind of fighting it, you know what I'm saying? So I just walk him in here. I thought he might have turned in, but I couldn't drop any cocoa loons because I didn't want to pull this, so I actually dropped the invis in case my warden walked into the range. I wasn't really sure where it was that he didn't pull it, so I dropped the invis because I'm not going to need them. Quaked it. Here I invis again because I wasn't sure if he was going to get down or die. We ended up taking everything down, and I'm just looking at this like, yeah, we're chilling. Wanted to pull him towards the monolith so he can go behind this fire spitter. So I do just that, but right here, 2 heroes, got perfect headhunters, 1 on each. Got the rage on my warden and a headhunter. So he's going to go in, take down the monolith and start working. So I already start my siege barracks, because usually I start it with my heroes, and I wanted to give it some time to set up a funnel. So I did that just for a bit there. Hopefully they go in, take down that wizard tower mortar, and look at that beautiful funnel. My heroes are popping on through. I popped my king ability here because I saw it would ricochet into the invis tower and trigger it. I needed to do that, so it triggers the invis tower. I'm behind the fire spitter, so my warden should be chilling for a bit as he starts to take these down. The queen will come soon, but yeah, I have a bit of time. So once again, these druids actually end up healing the P.E.K.K.A.s, but then they become a little bit of a tank, so they're not bad at all. Yeah. I didn't pay attention to my warden in this one, and he goes down. I could have frozen. Honestly, I would have just poisoned because I already took down the clan castle. So usually I swag the poison once I do that. So I could have just used it on the hero, but I decided to rage up RC. She's going to go through, wreck this with a little help from the queen, the super minions from the clan castle, taking out just the rest of the air defensive buildings, because then the super minions can crush. So that's why I didn't really target the ricochet cannon there. But yeah. Coming on through this one with the swag poison, so it would have been crushed if I just dropped it on the enemy queen and kept my warden alive. But yeah, that's how you learn. So, and then yeah, hopping into this third one here, got to show the fails, of course, as well. This is like such an easy base. I'm not even gonna lie. My warden ended up right around these buildings. So I went for like a invis here, and like invis here. But then he ended up shooting the expo instead of the rage tower. But I realistically should have just went in and hit the fire spitter, I wouldn't have got clan castle, or hit the multi and gotten the clan castle and missed the fire spitter. Like any of those would have been fine, but instead I get just these 2 buildings here, which, you know, in the end proves not to be good enough, especially with the warden charging right into all that town hall damage with the fire spitter and rage. So hitting the fire spitter would have been great because it would have taken down the rage tower and alleviated a lot of this damage from my warden, and I think it would have got the scatter shot. But yeah, I have a really nice start here. Ricochet cannon actually wasn't hitting me, but it can take down your headhunters, so I just froze it, but it wasn't even shooting me, but just to be safe. Rage up through these 3 defenses. You don't have any cocoa balloons, like regular balloons in this one, so you have to use the rocket balloons a little bit, like that, you know, and stuff. So gotta be careful of pulling the clan castle, though. So yeah, warden pops right here. And I was looking like, you know, once he took down this, I probably should have just went for like a, you know, double invis and shot the multi, but I was a little too slow thinking about that. I was like, and then he was already on the sweeper. Still right here, I could have done the same, but was a little too slow. I wanted him to get onto a storage or something, but I should have just shot my shot. Like right here. Okay, he's on a storage. I know I need to go. So yeah, I invis up top here, invis these buildings and invis these buildings, and like, I don't know, that rage tower looks pretty close to me. But yeah, I probably should have just hit the multi at this point once I already invested all these invis, because it definitely would have hit that, and that would have got so much value. But I went for all the glory, taking out the entire core, got none of it, because I would have faced the fire spitter anyway and taken a little bit too much damage here from my warden. Like I tried to freeze him, headhunter. There's too much damage there in rage. You know, your warden doesn't stand a chance there. You can't have him going into that. So I just sent my heroes here. I'll just 4 times it because, you know, they don't get through this base, but. Yeah, they kind of walk their way on through here, taking down as much as they can. I sent my RC down here just because of all the percentage I see. And yeah, just trying to kind of clean up some percentage, get as many trophies as I can. I end up around like 80. So I think, yeah, we're finishing 84%, 85% maybe. 83%. So yeah, that's where we're going to finish on that one. And yeah, I had one more. I just hit a guy in Mega Sultan. Once again, like these bases are just set up perfectly for it. You could hit the Rage Tower and kind of clean up all of these defenses, but you're not going to get the Clan Castle. But yeah, so heading into this one, that's kind of what I was going for. I was like, I think I can hit that, and no Clan Castle, that's fine with me. So he steps on up. But yeah, just kind of after seeing the last attack, you know, I was thinking of doing an invis on kind of these couple buildings. These 2 buildings and then one in here to really push it into the Rage Tower, but I wasn't really sure how many of these I was going to clip in the invis, so I didn't really want to risk that. Like I was saying in yesterday's video about just kind of spells on the warden, better be safe than sorry. Same thing here, you know, a little fireball is better than none, and it's going to get both spitters, so it's not like terrible value by any means. I love getting the spitters and a scatter shot, but yeah, it just kind of makes my warden walk on through this. I have to rage, and I have some headhunter coming in, but he was only able to target one of the heroes, and I didn't think that'd be enough, so I had to freeze him as well. He walks on through. I see he's going to be safe kind of through here, so I start my heroes, and yeah, they're moving on through. I try to, like a couple times here, try to get the druids into the king, and I realize they just don't. They just hit the queen, so I'm sending them in with the queen here. Both them on the queen. Like right here, the rage was not really useful. I should have dropped it a little further back because now the druids are practically dead when they're in it. But yeah, I'm just still learning kind of this army. I got 4 more hits today, but it's my first time kind of using them. But yeah, we kind of just walk on through the rest of this base. You know, there's not really any problems. There was a little close on time. I think I had like 10 seconds, 8 seconds, but like, I don't know. It was definitely crushed. So yeah, going to be hopping on into our 5th attack here. And I actually had some decent defense today. Like, although I got that fail, I had 3 defenses. So yeah, still can definitely get a good plus day, plus more defenses to go if I can just triple all these. So yeah, this is just like that one I failed on. This is just huge fireball value if obviously you can hit that rage tower, but there's no point going for it in normal mode. Like obviously I'd rather hit this gear tower because it gets both spitters and clan castle versus the scatter shot that'll miss the spitter and then I'll be going into it. So I'll miss these 2 defenses, and the multi actually, but I'm gonna go for this gear tower. So I'll start in kind of right by this single. And what you got to do is if you can drop like 2-ish rocket balloons, they'll do enough damage and tank long enough for your warden to go take down the single. I might have been fine without that last one right there, but I don't like risking it. You don't have to waste any spells, and I mean the rocket balloons are there to support your heroes. So yeah, this one's looking good because he should walk to this ricochet cannon, but we'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, and he'll pop kind of around here and then have a nice easy fireball into the core. So yeah, this one's looking nice. I'm actually going to take down this builder hut because it'll save me some invis, plus it's actually healing up that ricochet cannon. Yeah, so warden stops right here. He gets onto a storage as well. This is just beautiful. Yeah, I'll just invis that to try and get it onto the cannon. Yeah, I really didn't need much there. Like, everything seriously was too far away. Like that mortar over there, the monolith over here. I might have needed no invis, but just to be sure, I took down the builder hut. Yeah, like I was saying, better be safe than sorry. Spend the spells when you have them, because if you land that fireball, it's GG's. So I'll let my warden continue walking around here. Luckily, he hits that mega mine around, kind of no damage. Trying to scout for some traps here, and I'm going to start my heroes. So get them working in here. Start the siege barracks up top. I'm going to wait, and I might try and headhunter this minion prince as he comes up. So I just got to be careful with my queen, or my warden, sorry. My heroes should be walking on. Yeah, I can't really headhunter that. I was worried. That usually happens. Yep, so I'll rage right here as they move their way in. Got to make sure my warden's staying fine. A lot of multitasking kind of going on right here. King abilities popping. Double druid now. Let's keep an eye on those druids. Like, my queen's probably being tanked anyway, but like the town hall shots get through, and other things like these heroes. So my queen still just stays at full health. So it's lovely. Yeah, I'll pop my queen ability even right here just because if I can get through all these buildings, like there's nothing left at the base, so there's no point saving her ability. And yeah, this one's looking just absolutely smashed. I was wondering if let's say I lose a healer to a Seek and Air Mine, and I put the druid in place just to give me a little of healing through like this really high damage area, let's say. I just wasn't sure if it would actually pull him, so I got to figure that out because I don't want to do that and risk that happening. But I'm not really sure what happens. I can't lie. So yeah, right here, I don't think it would based on this space, but yeah, just right here swagging. Like I was saying, if I fireball the clan castle, I usually save this poison, so I might as well use it. Oh, I missed a builder hut. See, that could have been bad. But yeah, I usually don't even end up using the poison, so you might as well use it on a hero or something if you need to. Let's request another one right here. He should be online to donate. This is a clan from Savage Stars, if you were wondering. I just joined it to get some donations for today's video. But yeah, we actually, in my other clan, we started 3 for 3 so far in Clan War Leagues, and I'll probably do a video, maybe at the end of Clan War Leagues of all my attacks, or daily throw them in. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, I'll definitely do something with the Clan War League hits because I know a lot of people, really like the intense wars, and yeah, I gotta show off some of those hits. Okay, I'll just do this for myself, not a problem. Yeah, we'll get into another one right here. Oh, yeah, another great one. Obviously, a Rage Tower would be a great investment, but I wouldn't mind a Scatter Shot. I think that misses this Fire Spitter, so obviously the Spell Tower is going to be my best friend here. I just don't know how far in I really can get. I'll try my best right here. Hopefully, yeah, I knew he wouldn't go to the Monolith, but I'm hoping he can go after this or something. Yeah, great. Okay, that's perfect, because now I can rage him just enough. I think I missed the healers, though. I don't know. I think I got a couple of them. Make sure you get your healers, because that's all I needed right there, and then I'm probably not going to need this rage for any of the rest of these defenses, so should have made sure my rage hit that. I kind of wish he would stall right here. He's not going to, but the good news is he's just going to go in to that multi, and then he should pop, and by then the gear tower can't reach him. So what I'm hoping to do is take down this air defense to save me a invis, and then hitting this one right here. Oh, I missed the wizard tower. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, great. Yep, I was hoping the wizard tower didn't matter anyway, but yeah, setting up a beautiful fireball right there. That was actually perfect because my warden expired right where I needed him to, and taking down the air defense meant I could use the invis on this right side, which is what I needed because I knew he wouldn't hit the mortar, obviously. So yeah, that's just the tip of kind of using those spells well, but effectively, like using those rocket balloons where you need them, because like this, you can use them to support troops, taking down defenses that are kind of ripping on your warden, or scout for traps, but you can also do that and set up your fireball with them. Like that's a huge way of using them. So I do got to pay attention to my warden right here as he's about to fight the enemy queen, but luckily that doesn't happen with any of these troops. So he's going to fight the cannon and then the queen, and so I should be able to get a headhunter down in time. Granted, that's just if I keep watching, but okay, in she goes. I'm pretty sure I got that down. Yep, I'll just let him go. Nice. Kind of saving those spells for these heroes because they're going to make a long push right here. I got to see if okay, that wall breaker did not get me to the core. See, the druids in this one might not have gotten so much value because, like, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of healing up the king, and then he died, and the queen can't really access the town hall. But that's kind of fine with me because I'm going to start my royal champion all the way down here, and she'll kind of take down some of the healers, just kind of relieve this damage. And then my queen, I'm hoping, can wall break in with her ability right here, and she has the unicorn, so I'll rage her up. And that unicorn up, nice. And then they should just kind of walk through this back end. A little early because of all that damage. So yeah, it can be a little tough, and you kind of want to have your heroes get to that town hall, but it worked out because I knew I had that royal champion. Another option could have been sending the royal champion kind of around that 6 o'clock side. Like, I could have sent my royal champion through all this stuff and then just heroed through here. The warden would have joined up with them, but like that kind of would have surrounded the base. So that's another option. But I don't really like doing that. I don't like when the warden joins with them. I kind of lose that control of crushing the base from all sides, and I'm not really sure how it would go. Okay, this rage tower obviously looks like a good fireball. It misses the clan castle, but with all that value, if I can hit that, that would be no problem. Just kind of looking around though. I don't really see that easy of a way to get to it, so I'm looking more to hit this multi-arch tower because there's just so many defenses around this kind of whole ring that I won't have enough invises, I don't think. So I'm checking just for any flame flinger value. I don't see any. I'm going to come in right about here since my initial plan is going to be that multi-archer tower, like I said, but depending on where my warden ends up and how much he can take down, he looks like he's stalling for a bit, so he might not get that deep. But if he were to take down kind of all these defenses, I might have lined it up if he was able to. So I'm going to rage him up here so he can get through these defenses quickly, plus get through that ricochet cannon and expo that are about to be on him. There they are. So I have the rage on the healers, and this is what I'm talking about. Like the warden isn't actually being healed, or raged, but the healers are, and that's really what matters because he stays topped off, no problem. So yeah, right here he pops. He will shoot that archer tower, and I'll just let him do that. Should get the clan castle, except if I miss a quake. And yeah, that was a bit of a reach, I guess, to go get that clan castle. I'll let my warden right here go deal with it because in this case I actually like the fat side for my heroes since it's not too deep. They can kind of go in and just reach all that, so I want to make sure my siege barracks doesn't just get targeted instantly. But yeah, I'm gonna just funnel in the king here just in case because he's probably gonna walk right back out. Yeah, so I'm gonna be facing a lot of damage right here. Yeah, the warden's going to be in a little bit of trouble, but I'll just rage him. Don't like all those healers getting hit, that's for sure, so I'll freeze that up. Can't have too much of that happening. My king ability is going to pop in a pretty good time right here because he didn't really hit any wasted buildings. Yep, going to let my queen just continue rolling with him. Popping the queen ability to get a clone to pop into the middle right there. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, as you pop the queen ability, the clones kind of split, so I got one just jump towards the core right there, and that's all I needed, so. Gonna get a goblin to kind of tank the king's attention, and then get all those in there. And yeah, I'll just pop on through with the royal champion. Yeah, that's plenty of value. I don't know why this takes so long. 3 gems is not really anything. Got to keep getting that timing to drop on my requests, but. Yeah, we're about to head into the last one here, and we did have a fail already, but still, you see I'm plus 100, 2 defenses away, so that'll be minus 80, so I can plus 20 at the least, which is quite good. And yeah, I can hopefully finish that out with a triple here. So I think he needs to switch accounts for poison, and I'll just do that myself. So yeah, hopping into the last one here. I'm looking at hitting this fire spitter, which would get a good amount of value, but maybe this multi inferno would actually be better. I don't know if I can get all the way in there, but I'll try my best. Walking from that bottom side, looking for flame flinger value. There could be some kind of around this whole section but the archer queen's there, and I don't really want to mess with that. So yeah, I'm gonna try and hit that multi-archer tower or multi-target inferno, in the core. We'll see if I can do that, but yeah, walking from this corner to kind of try and take down some of these defenses that would need to be invised. He's about to walk into a lot of damage. I'll rage him up, leading where the healers will be, so now they're in it. Yeah, just kind of setting up that rage, because if I had placed it when he hit the ricochet cannon, it'd be too late. But I also needed to place it early and make sure the healers were in it, so I had to lead it a bit. But yeah, look at that, all that value. That one rage just took out 4 key defenses, and quickly he should pop on into the rage tower. I'm actually going to take down this mortar like I did in the last attack, so that I can invis just the wizard tower here. My warden actually is going to walk around a bit, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm going to let him do that here. Got to go take that down. And then, yeah, as he walks around closer to this army camp, okay, he's actually going to dive into the core, but I'll let him do that. I don't like invising that RC. That's not ideal. I'll poison kind of onto all these troops, but yeah, just invis onto the clan castle. He might actually just hit this, whatchamacallit right there. The fire spitter, but I didn't mind because he's on track to go take down this core, and the fire spitter would have been shooting at him if I hit the inferno. So kind of switched plans there into letting that happen so that my warden can kind of just go take down this damage. I did have a rage active, but that's a lot with a sweeper and kind of those buildings. So popping on through. Got to start my heroes. This one's actually taking me a while, but it's really hard because I just can't take my eye off the warden on this one either. Got to freeze right there. I'll rage him up, so he should be fine now. This one is going to be a little dicey on time. That was a little late of a start. Gotta come on, warden. He's going to die. There's too much damage in that area. But yeah, we're going to see what we can do. Anyway, I got my royal champion to go through that area. I'll just do this to kind of cut off her funnel. I was hoping to hit the arch tower, but that's fine. Yeah, I can go get the arch tower here. I'm going to wait a bit on the druids here. But yeah, she should kind of come in like that. There's no builders, so the town hall is still super weak. I'm going to send in both of those druids now to get into the king. Going to pop that on through. I don't have any rages, which is a little unfortunate for sure. Yeah, they're going to kind of pop on down, kind of freezing those guys. This one's going to be close. To a little bit too much damage there, and I couldn't save him. So yeah, we're gonna finish today 298, a little bit below 300, which is a little lower than I'd like, but you know, it's a little bit of a new army, kind of getting used to this, but just missed my fireball on that big fail earlier, and then this one kind of lost my warden, so maybe I should have pulled him up. But that's where I'll end today, with at least plus 11 if they triple out. So still going positive, which is always nice. Got to keep going. But yeah, that's where we're going to finish the video today. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you have any comments, let me know. I think I do really like these druids. It does help my queen survive a lot longer. But I just got to keep track of the warden now a bit. And yeah, I started that Sui really late on that last one, so that definitely would have tripled if I hadn't have done that. But yeah, I hope you all have a good day. And that's where we're going to end it for today. So peace.